The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Are you kidding me? Why did they do that this time? I'm vengeance. Oh my god. Of course. Of course, Red. Red. Of course, Red. Red and Blinder are having a fight as I start to stream. 20 stank. Of course, they're having a fight. Man, my group chat's going off like crazy. I'm sorry. If I could do my what's up? What's up? AW here, Air Warrior. What's up, guys? I'm in the house. In the house. Yeah, early afternoon today. Really early afternoon. Red. I hope to get some. I think you both are crashing out. Honestly, I think you both are crashing out. Okay. I think you're both crashing out. Right? I think you're both crashing out. That's my opinion. I'm just letting you know. That's my opinion. Okay? That's just my opinion. He's trying to get me kicked out of the chat. Well, here's the thing, Red. You can't kick someone out of a group chat. So you're safe. You're safe. Okay? It's not possible. I know Blind is falling for it. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, here's the thing. You can't kick someone out of a group chat. And I invited Blinded on. I invited Blinded to come on tonight's stream, to this afternoon stream. So, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Whatever, man. If he falls for it, he falls for it. I think he's either falling for it or he's playing along. Okay? It's either one of those two. But it's good to have people watching this afternoon. You know, I like these afternoon streams. I kind of do. They're quite fun, if you ask me. Quite fun, you know. Sometimes it's more active, these afternoon streams, than night. Sometimes. Just sometimes. Okay? So I see Red in the chat. I hope this chat does start popping. Okay? Just beginning. I see Sideways. I see Sideways in the group chat. Look. He accused you of never reading an X-Men comic. Okay. He did accuse you of not reading an X-Men comic. That's true. That's true. That's true. I invited him. Okay? I invited him to this group chat. Your ultimate goal is to rage bait a Snyder Tard. Well, I know one in particular that you could rage bait. Easily. You could rage bait. Okay. You bought more of Dark Comics than Marvel Comics. Specifically, a Snyder one. Oh, I don't get Snyder Turds in my chat. That's the thing. I really don't get one in my chat. I haven't had one in my chat. You may see comments once in a while. When I talk about Superman in my comments, you may see them once in a while. Okay. I mean, I would have to create a title that have to do with the Snyder turds, the Snyder Cult. The boss 1000% comics is here. I'm reading your dirty laundry out here. You're Ripa's #1 customer. Not Sturgis, you. Not Sturgis, you. You. Post it. That's actually quite funny. You guys crack me up. I mean, you guys do crack me up. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, I have to get back on track here. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Do all that for me, please. I hope to see friends and family. Whatever not. Friends. But yeah. You know, I could have done a stream tonight. I really could have done the stream tonight. After watching SummerSlam last night, SummerSlam ended earlier than I expected. You know what? You know what? Let's move the stream to tonight, okay? How about this? Let's move it to nighttime, okay? After SummerSlam. I did not expect SummerSlam to end early. Like, oh well, we get more people. How about that? I don't know. How about this? Let me guess. You got no storage on your Samsung. No, I do not think it'll make 700 million. Okay, no, I'll tell you what. I'll do this stream and I'll do another stream tonight. How about that? I'll do 2 streams tonight. We'll do a detracting stream tonight. Yeah, we'll detract somebody. We'll detract somebody tonight. How about this? I'll do this stream and I'll do another detracting stream tonight. Don't know who yet, but I'm gonna set that up. Okay, I actually got people coming in, so. How about this, Red? This is track a Snyder turd. Tonight, so this is track a Snyder turd tonight. Wanna have some fun? For you, Red, we'll do track a Snyder turd tonight. Okay? But yeah, okay, so I think Superman is gonna end in the 600 to 700 million range. I don't think it's gonna make over 700 million. Don't know. Don't think so. My thoughts about Skywalker Jedi? My thoughts on the Skywalker Jedi? The guy's nuts, insane. Needs psychological help. Okay, I'll try to invite you tonight. I'll invite you tonight. Needs psychological help. Definitely needs a lot of help. A lot of help, honestly. A lot of help. Because he is not there. Okay, I want to see who could I detract tonight, Grace or Jester Beth? Who should we chat? Let's see. Oh, I got one. Yeah. Yeah. You want to come on, Blinded? Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, come on. I think I got somebody in mind tonight. If it's not, which Snyder? If it's not a Snyder turd, I'll look for somebody else. I got at least Jester Bell as a candidate. Okay? Mephisto. Hey, you know, Blinded, you were in a great stream last night. On Tony's stream, I gotta admit, you were in a fun stream last night. That stream was hilarious. Oh, that line, that word we described that person who came on that one stream that was going after Tony. What was that line? Oh, retarded Harley Quinn. Come on, no, really, come on. I got retarded Harley Quinn. That was a great line. That was a tremendous line. Great retarded Harley Quinn. That was a great line, Blinded. I gotta props you. You know me. That was a great line. Okay. Everybody, why does Blinded believe in transporting an entire comic collection everywhere you go? By the way, send super chat. Oh, we're gonna have a goal today. We're gonna have a goal. 5 super chats of $2 or lower for about, I don't know, an hour. We'll see. I'll do something Tuesday. Don't know yet. Q&A. I don't know. Maybe Q&A. Q&A. Q&A, yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll host a Q&A tomorrow. I'll do a night stream tomorrow. How about that? Chris's answers. Yeah, maybe I'll do. Hey, look. Retarded Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, but they sounded like a retarded Harley Quinn. That's why I said that. I was like holding that in the entire time. The first moment I heard them speak, I'm like, is this what the hell? Like, what accent is that? It sounds like Harley Quinn. And then the more they talked, I was like, is this retarded Harley Quinn? Like,
the whole thing is retarded. The more they talk about Tony, it's like their obsessions with Tony. It's like
they're obsessed with Tony because, like, you know, they sucked up to him, and you know, and then when he cut them off, they felt betrayed. You know, it's like what's his name from Incredibles? What's his name?
Oh yeah,
you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember the character's name. Yeah, the villain. What's his name? Starts with an S, I think. Someone put it in the comments for us.
Yeah, put it in the comments. I'll search it up.
Yeah, you know exactly. He's like, why are you crashing out? You're crashing out in the chat, right? Like every time I say something, you're like losing it. Syndrome. Yeah, syndrome. Yeah, they're like syndrome, right? So it's like, you know, they're obsessed and stuff, and they got it like they have all this ammo and shit apparently, and like none of it sticks, none of it works. It's just like, bro, like nobody cares. Like only your little circle is like making this big deal, but nobody cares.
Their obsession with Tony is like they want to be Tony so bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it was funny though, that one clip of that guy going like, yeah, you could be the next Tony. You're like, yeah, like you guys are obsessed. Like it's such a weird comment. It's like it doesn't even make any sense, right? It's like it's like you guys don't even do what Tony's doing, right? It's like
I saw the MCU rank sideways. It's horrible rank. They don't
why did they put Fantastic Four so low? I feel like anybody who puts Fantastic Four low, you know, like I'm sorry, but
let me look at that rank again.
You are excommunicado. You know, like those people, like we know now they ain't really Marvel fans like that.
Here's the worst part. Infinity War is not even the top 10.
No, I thought it was in the top 10.
No, it's number 12.
Oh, it was number 12.
It's a top 10 movie. I'm sorry.
I mean, some of the top ones, like I agree with, like Loki, I think should be up there. Oh, what's up, George?
The thing
Hey,
is,
guys,
hey George, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm also like wrapping up. Well, I just recorded my Naked Gun review. I just gotta upload
I
it.
gotta see
But
that.
I hear, yeah, but no, Naked Gun was hilarious. By the way, it's probably my fourth
Yeah, it's
favorite
good.
movie of the year. But no, so wait, apparently Infinity War was ranked 12 on that list. Like most people
Yeah.
rank Infinity War as like number 1 or top 5 MCU.
Here, and his thing
That's
is,
so crazy. What are they
every
doing?
Marvel-
Following Rotten Tomato scores or something?
it's every
Rotten
Marvel
Tomato
studio.
I think it's
mean
based on
anything.
their reviews. Their
Oh,
own reviews.
reviews.
I think
Garbage.
Sorry, but Endgame was a good movie, but Infinity War was better.
so. But Fantastic
no.
Four is low. It's like 30, like not 30, like
No, it's
27.
See, like, I'm just gonna like say this. Fantastic Four for me, I think I put it like now in my 10 spot,
Mm.
like in my rankings. Like that's how good the movie was. I thought it was a really good movie.
I can't find it. I'm reading.
And look, I get it, like because what
37.
they had Black Panther at number 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't put Black Panther in my top 10. I like the movie a lot, but it's not top 10.
I might have to go back and watch that
I
movie.
don't
I
think
feel
any-
like
I
the
don't-
ending kind of does a
Endgame to me,
disservice to the movie.
Endgame is not a number. Should not be number 1.
No, I would. I mean, I don't. I think Endgame is like fine. I think, but it has a lot more problems than.
And my
Infinity
hot
War.
take is, I don't think Endgame is a top 5 MCU movie.
No, I agree.
I
agree.
I mean, I know for some people it's a top 5, but I don't know anyone that says Endgame is better than Infinity War.
No, Infinity War is not even top 10. And the problem here is, this is every Marvel Studio project, so that includes the cartoons. I mean, if I did this list, I would take that out. Like the cartoons. Unless,
Yeah, I don't like. Okay, the only cartoon I would probably put in there would probably maybe be What If.
and they have Ragnarok number 9.
Wait, what was it? Wait,
Yeah.
Ragnarok
Ragnarok is
number 9?
9, yeah. Civil War is number 13. Civil War is 1,000 times better than Ragnarok.
Yeah, like Civil War's in my top 10. Ragnarok's not even in my top 10 anymore.
No.
I don't know.
No,
Like
I don't. I don't
I'm
have
gonna
Civil War in my top 10.
Deadpool
I'll-
Wolverine is 17.
see Deadpool and Wolverine is 11 on my list. Fantastic Four bumped it down.
Fantastic Four is in my top 5.
And that's fine. Listen, Fantastic Four is a great movie. So there's no problem if you where you rank it, as long as you should have it at least ranked in your top 15.
I mean, a lot. It seems like, as I was just saying, I feel like this movie really exposed people, because I feel like majority of people don't actually like the Fantastic Four, and
Yeah.
this movie is like an
I
example.
really
They don't really like
I
it.
really like this movie a lot. Like, I'll be honest, I did slightly prefer Superman a bit more. And I do think Superman will be more rewatchable for me, but it's just a slightly ahead. That's how good Fantastic Four for me was. To me, Fantastic Four, as of right now, is my 5th favorite movie of the year. Like these are my top 5 that I'm going to list right now. I got Sinners, I got F1, I got Superman, now I got The Naked Gun, and now I got Fantastic Four: The First Steps. Could still change. There's still other movies.
I think I know Marvel's not dead, but they should be worried. Because
I mean, the thing is, like, people are twisting it and turning what is being reported, because all of a sudden people are reporting on a single day it dropped 80% from the Friday before, which we all know, like,
it dropped 60%. What did it do?
no.
today?
The
40 million
report
today.
that people were going around with yesterday was that it dropped 80% on Friday, like Friday to Friday. So they were comparing the Friday numbers together, which I mean, I don't know the Friday to Fridays for other Marvel movies. I mean, that's like a very like in-depth thing to look at, like comparing days to days. Most people compare it weekend to weekend.
Yes.
Right. And the weekend's not even done, right? Like the weekend numbers will probably come in tonight or a little bit tomorrow, right? So like and the movie is already crossed like what 320, I think.
I don't know what the movies cost. Let me see Box Office Mojo. Let's see what updated it.
See, well, this is my thing about the box office. I feel like people always change the goalposts when it comes to box office lately. Whether it's
Yeah.
Superman, Fantastic Four, it's like
Oh, so 368 million.
It's so annoying.
The last time I checked, we're still in the 200 millions.
360.
68.
Okay,
See,
yeah.
I don't even think that's
the second
bad.
weekend.
I
Yeah.
don't even think that's bad for the second weekend, especially because the Fantastic Four franchise. I'm sorry, it's been in a rougher spot than Superman. You can make the case that Superman has had way better movies than any of the Fantastic Four movies before First Steps.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord, whether you love or hate Man of Steel is still better reviewed than any of the other Fantastic Four movies that came out before First Steps.
And the people say they should have moved this in November. Do you know how stacked November and December is compared to August?
No, no. Listen, November is going to have Zootopia 2 and Wicked for Good. They're going to be box office hits.
Yeah, and then December. I mean, look, December.
I don't think they're going to make $1 billion, but they're definitely going to do well.
December has Disney's
Avatar.
biggest movie. Exactly, Avatar,
Mhm.
the biggest movie in
Yeah.
December.
Look, regardless of how people feel about Avatar, it's still going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, but this was the conversation on Twitter. People were like, "Oh, this is bad for Marvel," and they're looking at a one day in a movie that's going to have a run for what 6+ weeks, like, and then they're trying to say like, "Oh, now it's dead." And by the way, right, like the part that's annoying is like, 3 years ago when Marvel was putting out junk, right? And those movies were making money. No one was saying anything, right? It was like, well, they're making money, and people were defending those movies. Like, remember when Thor: Love and Thunder came out, there was people still defending that movie.
Oh
Like,
my
I don't
goodness.
know if people forgot or something, but
The only thing I could
you know,
defend about that movie that it's actually made decent money. That's the only thing I could defend.
yeah,
I know,
and
it
then
made a lot of money.
Yeah.
so it's like, and then we've seen that, because of movies like Eternals or the fact that Marvel started pumping out so much content, people are like, I can't keep up, right?
Mhm.
I can't keep up in what's going on. So now it's like, I don't know, did that do damage to this movie? Maybe, maybe not.
But here's the thing people also need to realize. Fantastic Four damaged its brand way before the MCU got it. Like there's gonna be a lot of factors contributing to why this movie's not making as much.
Let me see the box office. How did
Like-
Yeah,
like
well,
people-
they're saying Marvel has to rely on Spider-Man, and you're like, what do you mean Marvel has to rely? Like, you
So,
guys,
yeah,
you guys
it's
get,
a Batman,
get a good
right?
movie.
Spider-Man's for Batman.
Well, I don't understand, right? It's like,
Yeah.
like, this is why it's kind of annoying when you talk about the box office, because it's like, wasn't a lot of people criticizing Marvel for doing cameos, right? Like leaning so heavy on cameos. The fact that the story wasn't good and the characters became almost very samey. Everyone, please leave a dislike and unsubscribe. The guy
Thank
who's a mod is saying that. Okay.
Thank you for the $2, though.
But here's the thing: people forgot that last year, Deadpool and Wolverine, which was an MCU movie, an R-rated one, made over $1 billion.
Made $1 billion, exactly.
They forgot that 2 years ago, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 made over $800 million.
And they forgot
Doctor Strange
too.
And the Multiverse of Madness made over $900 million worldwide.
Like Black Panther 2 made over 800
all
million,
three movies
Exactly.
2022 made over 600 million, over
So
700 million.
it's like that. It ain't like every movie that's come out that's not a Spider-Man movie has struggled. Marvel has had
Right.
plenty of box office success. In fact, I think they had too much box office success with Thor: Love and Thunder. But
yeah, people are still going. The thing is, like, superhero movies are clearly on the decline. Like, it's kind of obvious to see that, right? But these movies are still making money. I think the whole industry is on a decline. When you look at, this year, what one movie crossed $1 billion, which was Lilo and Stitch.
ugh,
Minecraft got close, right? But when you look at the rest, it's like, yeah, like most movies are not like grossing, past 500 million, right?
It's
So
I
funny.
mean,
Minecraft
F1's doing
even
pretty
made a
good in
billion.
the F1's doing pretty good at the box office.
Minecraft didn't even get to a billion. It almost did, but I'm
no, no,
surprised.
Jurassic Park is at 700, which is a movie that's absolute dog shit, but
Good
again,
thing it's
people
not
are still
making
watching it.
$1 billion.
Minecraft is so close, 955 million. Oof,
Yeah.
so close.
I mean that it still did better than I
And
think
it
it was
was funny.
expected to do.
Jurassic Park is gonna, or Jurassic World is gonna probably make more than both Superman and Fantastic Four.
Unfortunately.
Right?
Well, I mean, the year's not done yet. Avatar's most likely going to make $1 billion.
It's gonna make
I
2 billion.
have a feeling Zootopia 2 is going to make $1 billion. The first
Avatar-
one made $1 billion. Moana 2 made $1 billion last year, so I have a feeling Zootopia 2 is going to probably make $1 billion, even if it's not a good movie.
Avatar's gonna make 2 billion because the last two made 2 billion, right? And
I'm
Avatar.
curious.
Go ahead.
I'm curious to see what Wicked for Good's going to do at the box office. Wicked did very well last year, but it didn't make $1 billion. I'm curious to see how Wicked for Good. I mean, I'm going to see it. I really liked Wicked.
Jurassic World is still better than Deadpool 3.
No, it's not.
No one cares what Red has to say. Red is like upset, he's crashing out because anytime I push back on Red, he starts crashing out, losing his mind and shit, and like it's just so sad.
It's okay, Red. The grass is still green.
Yeah, I think Jurassic. The thing is, Avatar's could probably make 2 billion, right? Well, it's gonna make $2 billion because of the last two made 2 billion. But like, if this doesn't do well, I think financially, like, this could be another Ant-Man situation, like where
Yeah,
Marvel.
but if this like people are saying like, okay, there was a post Mendelson, which by the way, Scott Mendelson is like a notorious contrarian.
Hmm.
But it's like he posted this thing where it was like, oh, uh, Disney really bought Fox just to make a Fantastic Four movie that grosses less than Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man, and is outsold by the original Fantastic Four movies. And he put it in quotes because again, no one because if that was the case, yes, all of these movies currently would be outsold by previous movies. Like again, if we're being 100% honest, right? Like if you were to adjust for inflation, yes, Superman is doing technically worse than Man of Steel, right? But that's
Yeah,
not how we look at it, right? No one is counting for inflation. Like you could say all these movies are doing bad, right? But the thing is, again, it makes the industry look bad, and on top of that, too, I don't think it is 100%
and
fair to
Man,
compare to inflation.
and Man of Steel. Here's the thing: when Man of Steel came out 12 years ago, streaming was kind of relatively a new thing. Like Netflix was like the only known streaming service basically
No,
back
but then
then.
if you go back, no, it goes even further back because
Yeah,
then that would mean the original
yeah, Anthony.
Superman is outgrossed all these other movies, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's like no one is looking at
Nobody's
inflation,
when
is
Superman
looking at the inflation.
back in inflation, and nobody back then is nobody's waiting a few months for Superman to go on streaming when Man of Steel came out. Like, because streaming was relatively kind of new, still in the been era. Like Netflix is the only one. Was like the only service that's basically well known streaming back then, right?
But they weren't, yeah, 2013, that was,
Yeah,
they really didn't have much content on there.
yeah.
Like,
But also it was a different era.
Hey, Degrassi. It
Yeah.
was a
Like
different era.
it was
yeah, $1 billion
right after
of pie in the sky.
it was right after the Avengers made $1 billion, Dark Knight Rises made $1 billion, Iron Man 3 just made $1 billion. Like it was like the beginning of like we were still in the beginning stages of the comic book era of domination.
Mhm.
Especially China and Asia, especially China.
Yeah,
For
they're
sure.
not, yeah, the thing is like when you look and you compare, because again, people are comparing
The
the
thing
two
is,
movies, right? Like
the
you could
thing,
see Superman is not doing that well internationally, while Fantastic Four is doing a little better by it, but they're still like within the same margin, right?
yeah.
It's like, and again, I don't really understand comparing like making this such a big deal again, comparing a Friday to Friday when everybody has already said Marvel movies are extremely front loaded. Like no one is surprised by the fact that yes, in the second weekend, Marvel is dipping like 60%. Like, well, of course, like that happens all the time. It's just
Marvel,
that they make more money initially, so when they drop off, it doesn't look
Marvel,
as bad.
Marvel always drops off as a second weekend because it's always front loaded. People always go in the first week, anyway.
Right.
Always, like, right? And all the big movies, the Avenger movies, the whatever, like that, right? The Avenger movies, Captain America: Civil War, whatever, Deadpool, Wolverine. Yeah, the second week's gonna be a drop off, but
But it's just crazy to say like looking at a Friday to Friday to say Marvel is dead. And you're like, dude, like we've been saying Marvel is dead when they were at their absolute worst. And now all of a sudden, the same people are like, yeah, Marvel is dead. And you're like, dude, like this is fucking ridiculous. Like you like again, it's like you're comparing a weekend to or sorry, a day, 2 days, right?
yeah,
So
and
it's like I don't know. It's just kind of like, well, what are we doing here? Like, the movie is still going to make over 500 million, right? I guess in some aspects, yeah, it doesn't look great when you compare it to other MCU movies, but it's like the whole genre we've been saying has been going slowly down, right? Because of either quality. I mean, the international market is not too hot on superhero movies, probably because they're not hot on American movies in general. That's why when you look at the rest of the top 10 list, it's like, these movies are not like doing like all that great compared to where we were like 6 years ago, right?
and
So I'm
there's a lot of
yeah,
factors to
sorry.
it. There's a lot of
There's
factors.
tons of factors.
I mean, pricing on movie tickets. I mean, look, if you could wait for a movie to come out a month later, like for example, Superman is going to come out on PVOD, right? And
Right.
in at the end of August, right? If you're not willing to pay to see it in theaters because food plus tickets with a family, whatever, you could wait a month. You could wait a month for kind of
Right.
PVOD on
And that's
demand.
also I feel like that's on the studio as well for doing that window.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, like international 2019 market and everything in movie top list has been done amazing, done amazing. We're in a different decade now, right? Because you gotta go everything each decade.
Everything is completely different now in terms of the box office movies. Like movies aren't doing particularly great in general,
No,
right? So it's like I just find it weird where it's like all of a sudden now there is this narrative that's coming out where it's like Marvel is dead, and you're like, bitch, if this movie fucking came out 10 years ago, you guys would have been eating this shit up.
exactly. The
Like
graphic's
there would
right.
have.
Like my thing is, to me, yeah, money matters, but to me, I as long as I'm entertained, that's what matters to me. Like, I
There,
feel like people are putting way more stock in the box office than they need to. Like, not everything needs to be a big success. Comic book movies weren't always like this, like big number wise. Like this is like around Batman Begins box office numbers where
also,
Fantastic Four currently is.
also, yeah, PVODs. People will, once Superman goes to PVOD, it's gonna be people are gonna watch. People are gonna watch. I mean, they get all. We don't know the numbers. They really don't release the numbers how much PVOD does, but they should because I think it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot. Same with probably Disney Plus with the Marvel stuff. We should get the numbers. Um, Sinners would be garbage if it was a Marvel movie. Sinners would be garbage.
No one cares what Red has to say.
Everything is garbage to you.
By the way, Sinners, in my opinion, is the best movie of the year so far.
This is true. Studios keeps 50-70% of the box office. I know it's for a fact. Oh my god! Stop with the. Everything is garbage to you, Red. What do you like? I wonder what you like.
He's just like a troll that says gobbledygook. None of it is funny. None of it is effective either. He just says a bunch of stuff. He can never keep it real. Like
Ours, you split 50-50? I don't know how much.
I do think it's sometimes it is interesting to talk about the box office, but I do notice people like to hinge their opinion more on whether you know, if the movie does well at the box office, then it feels like it's like, oh, it's validating, right? Because I like the movie, and you're like, I don't know, like, does that really? I mean, the money's not really going to you, right? And I also saw Grace was saying, oh, well, it also determines if we're going to see the characters again, and it's like, bitch, the fucking characters are going to be in the Avengers movies. We're already seeing them again. Like, what the fuck? Like you like again, it's like Marvel. There's tons of characters that Marvel hasn't brought back. They're not going to be in the Avengers movies because they know that they're not significant whatsoever and nobody cares to see them. But it's like
Yeah,
there's still an audience of people who do want to see the Fantastic Four. So again, it's not like fucking Eternals or Shang-Chi.
and
Like, how come everybody's begging for a sequel for Shang-Chi, but that movie didn't do well?
I mean, I mean, there was
I,
supposed to be a sequel, but
I
things
feel
didn't
I
work
feel
out.
I feel like
Yeah,
Shang Chi.
they probably will. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not, the movie's
I
fault. It was
do.
during COVID.
yeah.
Yeah. Shang Chi was during COVID. But here's the thing: the difference between Shang Chi and Eternals. People did enjoy the movie, even though a lot of people didn't see it in theaters. People can care less about the Eternals based on the reception. That's why there's more of a high demand for Shang Chi than Eternals.
Right.
I'd want to see how they do Shang-Chi in Avengers Doomsday because
And here's the thing: Shang Chi is the one that's returning for Doomsday, not the Eternals.
honestly,
So
honestly, the list of the confirmed heroes being in Avengers Doomsday, where we got the Thunderbolts. I mean, two members of Thunderbolts, Bucky and Yelena. Then you got Captain America and apparently Thor, Hulk, and the Fantastic Four. Shang-Chi is down on my list. I'm sorry.
I think
You know,
Shang-Chi
because like
is a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie, but
it's a good movie, but just like the popularity of the character. It's like an Avengers
no,
lineup.
they haven't even really. I mean, they haven't even done anything with Shang-Chi in the comics since his movies. Like, they had him, I think, fight against
That's really.
what?
They haven't done it since he's been introduced to the movie. They haven't really done anything in the comics with them. That's not a good
Yeah.
sign.
No, yeah. I mean, this happens a ton with like the Eternals too. Like, I think the Eternals had a pretty good run recently, and then they did this event, the three-way crossover with X-Men and Avengers, and then
Mhm.
oof, they fucking disappeared. Like they probably didn't sell great. And yeah, I mean that happens, right? Because the people who are buying comics are not. They already kind of have their own taste, right? Like, they're not gonna start reading a character just because they're in the movie, right? Like it might get a
Mhm.
bump a little bit, but that's not gonna last. Unless it's a really good run, right? Like you have to have a really good.
No, no. Oh my god, no. It's probably Sentry and Yelena. Come on, like that's the relationship they're building. With Shang-Chi, I don't know. That's a good question. It's a good question. Uh, do you think
Remember they
Shang-Chi?
teased that show in the movie and then they did nothing with it.
Oh yeah, the sister, the
The
ten.
sister, yeah.
Do you think they were planning to do a Shang-Chi movie anyway, or Simu Liu came up to them and like suggested this? Like, because I would never thought to do a Shang-Chi movie before other characters that more popular characters it, before him. You know,
I mean, I think Marvel wants to like make characters like, do interesting characters, right? Like, oh shit, where the fuck did that guy come from? Sorry. I'm playing. I know. I think Marvel wants to put out different characters, right? Because that was like Guardians
hmm
of the Galaxy made it was successful, and they felt, yeah, we should experiment with new characters, right? Shouldn't just be focusing on characters that are already established, which I think is true. I mean, you can only make so many Spider-Man movies before people get tired, right? Like there has to be something different and new, right? So it's like, yeah, I feel like if the Fantastic Four crosses over 500, like shouldn't that be like a good sign that hey, like we could continue with the characters, and by time Avengers come out and they interact with tons of characters, more people will be exposed to them, they'll probably like them more, and then suddenly, hey, the sequel. is doing, more than 500, right? I mean,
Yeah,
well, hopefully, because obviously things change, but yeah, I don't know. It's like again, people look at all this and they go doom and gloom. And like I said, I think it's because people don't actually like the characters. Like they watched the movie and they were just like, man, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't know what to say. It was like, like the movie honestly addresses a lot of the criticism people had. I also feel like it's very truthful to the characters.
I do
And if
too.
you're a fan of these characters, it's hard not to like the movie. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's like when I see some of the criticism, I'm like, these are supposed to be Marvel. This is the characters that kickstarted Marvel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
these are the characters that you wouldn't have the current incarnation of Marvel without these characters. Like, yes, there was Captain America, there was Namor, the original Human Torch, but they were not, the current Marvel, right? The current Marvel started in the 60s with, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, right? Like
yeah,
they brought in Marvel's major characters, right? Like again, Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, Hulk, their version of Thor, the Avengers, Iron
yeah.
Man, all of the initial wave of characters, like you wouldn't have that without Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was the one that started it. X-Men, yeah, right. So I don't know. Like some people, again, I think, and especially when you go on social media, you always see these dumb takes. Like I'll give you a example because this person deleted their take. They saw we're getting a Spider-Man movie. It has Hulk and Punisher, which is exciting because we haven't
Oh,
really
yeah.
seen Spider-Man interact with those characters, and he famously has interacted with those characters in an interesting way. Now, this person on Twitter was like, I feel like, this is a result of Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they wouldn't be doing this if Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't successful. And you're like, wait a minute, hold on a minute. You're bitching about team up movies,
No,
but just a decade ago, people were saying,
no.
how come there isn't team up movies?
Spider-Man.
Remember when Iron Man 3 came out? People were like,
There's,
well, how come we don't see any of the other Avengers in this movie? Like that
well,
doesn't even make sense.
because Sony and Marvel Studios has a deal where they has to have a Marvel Studios character in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but that's not even the point, right? Like the guy is
No,
complaining that the movies are team up movies, and you're like, bitch, everybody wants to see a fucking team up movie. They're the first off, one, look at Thor Ragnarok. That movie got a massive bump
every,
because it was Thor and Hulk.
every
Like,
movie's a
what are you
team up
talking
movie,
about?
man. Yeah, every Marvel movie is basically a team up movie now.
Marvel literally had 2-in-1 comics with characters who would team up with each other. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and the guy
Also,
deleted his post because he knew it was a stupid take.
we need Fortnite X Marvel.
Also the Punisher was originally introduced in Spider-Man
In
comics.
Spider-Man, exactly.
So
Yeah,
like, this is actually like something that the diehard comic book fans will
I've
love
been
to.
asking for a long time, and they never
yes,
would
you
give it
have.
to us because the Punisher. Yeah, I was like, oh, it'd be cool. if The Punisher was in the Spider-Man 2 game. They should put.
Also,
Yeah,
They
go.
could.
Sorry.
They could.
Spider-Man's faced off against the Hulk many times in the comics as well.
Right. Like, who doesn't want to see that? Like, again, it's like from a fan perspective. That's where they're
I,
making
I, I
the
would be nervous about Spider-Man versus the Hawk. I mean, if Thor had trouble against the Hawk, what's Spider-Man gonna do?
Well,
I mean, there's a
I'm-
lot he
well,
could do.
I know
Yeah,
there's a
well,
lot.
but
He is smart.
I
Actually, he is
feel
smart.
like if Mr. Negative's in the movie, he's gonna probably unleash
He's in-
Savage Hulk.
I mean, I did a video on this, like supporting evidence. I mean, the video came out today, supporting evidence why Mr. Negative. is
But
probably-
here's another thing: the movie's also most likely gonna give what fans have wanted to see since Thor Ragnarok. They want to see Savage Hulk back.
right.
So, like, why not have Savage Hulk in New York City face off against Spider-Man and Punisher?
yeah,
Right. And no one is complaining about that. It's just like this one person had this post, and I'm like, this is so rich. And they knew it was a dumb post because then they deleted it because everybody was like, hey, this is a stupid post. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Like I noticed like people on Twitter like to do that. Like there's like an agreement everybody has, and then there's like this one person who comes out and says, like, no, this is all wrong. You guys are all wrong. You're like, huh? Like what? Like, what are you talking about? We're all in agreement. You may not like it, but why you got to tell us we're all wrong?
Yeah, there's people like that.
Yeah, it's annoying, like everybody's in agreement. Everybody wants this thing, and all of a sudden now we're being lectured by like fucking kids telling us what we should think. It's like, shut the fuck up. Go back to school. Bitch, go back to fucking school, man. You haven't graduated just yet. You shouldn't be even on this platform.
Yeah,
Yo,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
like I've been like for some of these people, because some of these people are probably teenagers. Like I've been into the MCU since before you were born, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Some of these people are probably like 14 or 6 or even 16-year-olds trying to sound edgy and be like I know more about comic books than you losers. It's like, bitch, you were probably still in
Yeah.
diapers when
You're probably
the first Avengers movie came out.
Probably Snyderverse.
Yeah. No, they weren't even in there was someone posted something on Twitter where it was like it exposed like people's ages, and I'm like, why are there like 14 and under uh kids on this fucking platform? Like this platform is littered with the most adult content, and even adults don't want to even
X
put
lets
up
you
with
get
it.
away with X is like X lets you get away with stuff. I mean, like X lets you post pornography stuff like that. I mean, like why would
Yeah.
like X is
No,
not
I don't
X is
know
rated
why
R.
there's fucking yeah, like that's a big mistake,
Yeah,
honestly, having these fucking kids on here because not only shouldn't they be consuming the shit, but also, like they have the most annoying takes, and they don't know what the fucking conversations that we've been having for the last decade.
it's like
Like
yeah,
again, like I when I saw that post, I was like, are we for real? Like there wasn't like an entire decade of people crying and complaining about the lack of team up movies and why characters couldn't cross over. Like now it's like we get movies, and now it's like, oh, like you should feel bad for liking it because like why can't we just have a solo movie? Like, what? Shut the fuck up, man. Oh man.
if you really
Yo,
think,
it's like at some point I want someone from the studios to yell, "What do you want from us?"
here's the funny thing though. Yes, I know Iron Man was in the first Spider-Man movie, but he wasn't part of the climax scene. He wasn't in the final battle against Vulture.
Mm.
Remember that, right? In no way in Spider-Man Far From Home against Mysterio, Nick Fury didn't help him out in that final battle scene. I guess technically in No Way Home you could say Doctor Strange helped him out at the end, which is technically true. But the supporting characters didn't exactly help him in the final battle.
I will say this: if the Hulk throws Mr. Negative around like he threw Loki around, I actually would find that to be funny. Like I actually think that'd be a funny nod to the first Avengers movie.
Oh yeah, people were pissed off when Crypto, like some people hated Superman or mad when Crypto did it to Lex Luthor.
But also,
Yeah,
here's another thing I
was
want to
retarded.
address. The movie is finally delivering on a promise from 8 years ago that Scorpion is finally coming to the big screen. And they're still not going to be happy about that. That a post-credit scene is finally being addressed.
No, they don't even care. They weren't even listen. They were like, 10 and under when that movie came out. They're
Oh
probably
yeah,
like
Good
7 or some
point.
shit.
See, I was like 20 when that movie came out. So, like, I don't know. These kids making me feel older than I really am at this point. Like, the way they flipping out and whining. It's
Because
like,
they're so dumb. It's
but
so dumb.
they're spoiled. I mean, look, I listen. I grew up on the original Raimi trilogy, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and the original X-Men. But I also had Fantastic Four 2005, Ghost Rider, Daredevil. Like you kids are lucky that you be getting some of the good stuff right now.
breaking Spider-Man gets pegged in Brand New Day. Oh my god, I gotta get it.
Wow, riveting jokes, Red. Like, wow, like I'm blown the fuck away.
Thank you, Red, for making my goal. He gave me $10 Canadian, but it's gonna get It's gonna get reduced because they're gonna take a cut, so probably be like $8. So I don't know. Oh, it's just Kater. You're all young. No, we're old. We're old. We're a bunch of whippersnappers.
Compared to these kids,
Compared to these whiny kids, like we are old.
The thing is, the parents don't even. I mean, I blame the parents. They give them fucking phones, and they make these X accounts.
Well, they don't monitor their kids' online activity.
Generation of kids born arguing on the internet.
You know how weird. You know how weird it would be if I was a parent and I see my kid responding to an ad on X? Like,
yeah, it is weird. The thing is, like, the amount of like horrendous shit people say online, I don't think any kid or any even person really should be exposed to this shit.
See, like,
you know what I mean? We just put up with it, but
even when I became an adult, like for like the first for the first few years of being an adult, I still felt awkward talking to people that were way older than me. So it's like I waited until like I got older to branch out. Like I feel like parents really just they give their kids phones just and iPads just to keep them occupied. Not really monitoring what they're doing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Seriously.
I've seen that. Because you know what it is? You know what also I notice with parents? When the parents are being loud, obnoxious, not, or getting in trouble or whatever, they just give an iPad, a phone to shut them up.
Yeah, but it's like you should discipline your kid and like, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't just be, I'm going to shut them up.
This is the perfect opportunity to tell this story. The first year I was a counselor, my co-counselor got punched in the eye by a kindergartner. So the kindergartner got suspended for a couple of days. This is like pre-COVID. This is like 2019. So my supervisor tells us that mom said, while he feels sorry for what he did, I don't think a suspension should be warranted since he'll just be at home playing his video games and not really learn his lessons. So the first thought in my mind is, why not just take the video games away? The kid hit an adult; he should be punished. Like
that's not on the person getting punished.
Like that's a you problem. You should be take the Xbox, PlayStation, whatever the hell the kid's playing away from him. Punish him. Like he hit an adult. Like he hit someone at school.
Hey, somebody say this feeling. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize. Most of the time, they don't learn. When you force someone to say they're sorry, most of the time they're not sorry.
No, I mean, if the kid does something right and they're suspended, you take them. You be like, hey, like you're not getting any video games. You're doing homework, even at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not getting rewarded because you did something that was wrong. Like some of these parents, it's like
you're not getting rewarded for saying sorry, right? You're not getting rewarded for saying sorry.
And that's why there's adults now who feel like when they do something, they can just get away with it.
Hey guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they're gonna go to jail.
Hey guys, I'm sorry that I accidentally killed that guy. Can I go scot-free?
Yeah, like
seriously. I'll say this as I've worked with kids for 7 years now. I interact with parents. There's some parents that do their job seriously, but there's some that they would rather be their kid's friend than be their kid's parent.
Right.
It's like you don't become your child's best friend until your child turns 18. That's my rule. If I ever become a parent, we aren't going to be friends until you're 18. Until then, I'm your parent.
I don't even think it's just that. I think people they let the kids slide. I think obviously you should be nice to your kid and you should treat them like confine in them and whatever, right? But it's like, like there is a line across, right? Even when they're an adult, you're like, hey, you know what I mean? Like you gotta fucking smarten up or do something, right? I don't know. People are just
I think it's
bizarre.
I think just parents now don't want to deal with it because some of them I just think they fear punishing their parents, your kids, right? Because back in people's old days, the Grassie's days, you get spanked on the ass for being bad, right? Now you can't do that, right? You can't.
Right.
Well, there's still some parents that do that. Like I've witnessed it in public. Like here's the thing, and this is where it becomes like very conflicting as a counselor because, like when a kid says something about like their parents assaulting them, like hitting them, obviously you
belts.
take it seriously. And then it's like there's obviously a situation where the supervisors don't know how to address it, because on one hand there is a discipline thing where that's how the parents discipline, but then it's like how does it go beyond discipline though? Because there's discipline and then there's full out abuse.
This is true for this kid learning, but some kids don't learn by just listening. Like some, and that's some people,
there needs to be some kind of consequence.
Yeah.
But
there's nothing wrong with teaching kids consequences. Like, hey, you do this thing that's wrong, and then you can't play video games, right? Like, video games are a privilege, right? So, like, they need to learn that, because, like, when they're adults, like people don't. I don't know. Some adults don't realize how much shit impacts them starting with their childhood. You know what I mean? Like, maybe people need to take some psychology classes or something, but like that shit carries with you for a long time, even if you're not abused, right? Like, I'm not talking about kids who are abused.
Yeah, you
right?
could be
normal functioning people, like nothing really happened to them.
You can be in a dysfunctional family without abuse, without abuse and stuff like that. Yeah, and that could definitely impact your life growing up. I mean, because if you live in a dysfunctional family, there's a chance that you might want that, even though you don't want that when you want a family of your own. You're used to it. You don't want to be used to it.
Repeating the mistakes of your parents raising you. Yeah. Once kids find out that they can take an ass whooping from a parent, it's 100% over for the parent. Yeah. Well, I think it's better to teach them ideas and consequences of things, right? Like, to smarten up and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, I don't, like, some people, they do try their best and it still never works out, right? Like, no one is 100% perfect, right? But the way people act is like, well, I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna try to even base that idea, right? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, well, I'll just give them the fucking iPad. Yeah, the iPad shit, like that shit.
Oh, that's just
like, why is there fucking like kids on Twitter? You know what I mean? Like, it makes a lot of sense. It's like there's bots, and then there's kids. There's like adults who are like, literally have done nothing in their fucking lives, right? Like, spewing hate and shit.
Not just Twitter, TikTok too.
Yeah, TikTok is and that's even worse, because then people come on there with themselves on camera, bullface saying a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, and TikTok especially, like TikTok does poison people's minds. I mean, they based it on Chinese propaganda, whatever. But kids, it's social media and it's not be for kids. I mean, I know Australia says they're doing something about that. For instance, why should anyone care if someone feels they can't take their kid to super movies because it has 6 curse words? Don't take a kid and don't ruin for everybody else or everyone.
Yeah. Yo, when I saw Superman, did I tell you? I think I told Aaron this. When I saw Superman, right? There was this parent behind me, and their kid would not stop saying, "Mommy, I need to ask you a question. Mommy, I can," like, just the same phrase for the last like 2 hours, and you can hear everybody groaning and just like. Like, sometimes, like, I don't want to, like, say stand up, be like, hey, like, do something, right? Because one time I did do that, and people just, you know what I mean? People are just fucking assholes and shit. One time there was a guy snoring and stuff, but he wasn't as mean. But yeah, it was like the kid just kept going on, and it was loud. You know what I mean? Like, the movie is loud, but it's like, if we can overhear the entire kid talking, and there's people further in the front groaning and getting mad because they can hear this,
you'd be amazed.
The kid is too loud, right?
And they
kept going on and on and on. And then afterward, the older couple was just like behind me, was like, man, like, they don't fucking know how to, like, let the kid whisper in your ear or something. I'm like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, that was so fucking annoying. And like all of us don't want to say anything, especially when it's a
This is
parent.
a
You don't want to
kid.
say anything because it's like, yeah, because then they're gonna get defensive, they're gonna get mad, and like
Yeah.
people are just here to have a good time, right? Like no one wants to go out and discipline an adult because they're not disciplining their kid, or you know what I mean? Like that's why it's like, yeah, like if your kid is like, you know, a certain kind of kid, like don't bring them to certain places, right? Like bring them to places where they would fit better, right? Like if your kid is a chatty kid, don't bring them to the movies. You know
Mm-mm.
what I mean? Like it's so fucking annoying. Like and people just think it's okay. And the thing is, like, I was telling my friend, like, these parents are so lax and so fucking stupid where it's like, okay, yeah, a movie like Superman, that's I guess maybe appropriate for a kid. But like my friend was telling me a story of how they brought some kid to Terrifier 3 and he was going on and on. And you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Terrifier 3?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Like, and I'm like, yeah, that's insanity, right? Like, like,
I
it's
bet
it's it's so fucking
I
irritating,
bet you
man.
Degrassi started swearing as soon as it came out of their mother's room. I'm just joking, Degrassi. But that'd be fun. My parents exposed me to all movies and TV shows when I was a kid. Yeah, you told me that, Degrassi. You told me that. Uh, you'd be. Uh, and I had the kid cry when I saw Blue Beetle. Yeah, with kids, when kids are talking in a movie theater, especially young kids, are asking their parents, like, "Mom," and stuff like that. You don't really want to say anything because it's the kids and the parents, right? But if it's like
Mhm.
two grown adults, I'll bet you off, man. You're getting a talking to, right? Like you're getting a talking to. And the thing is, I think it's become more common when there's distractions in a movie theater.
Right.
It's become a lot more common.
Our 17-year-old nephew took his 13-year-old. Yeah.
Look, I won't lie. I saw horror movies when I was that young. I probably shouldn't
I
see.
know, but I didn't even want to watch that movie because like based on I was like, man, that's even a little bit much for me. I'm like, that's crazy. All the shit with the rats and I'm like, I don't think I'm okay. I don't know. Like sometimes I'm okay with gore, and then other times I'm like, I don't know. There has to be like some levels of like tastefulness, right? Like I don't really want to just see like straight up sadinistic shit. Sometimes like maybe if I'm like really pissed off, maybe. But no, I mean like yeah, I don't know. I think it should be like some level of like, hey, I'm not gonna do this or show my kid this for quite some time, right? Like they're not at the age to consume this piece of media, right? So I mean sometimes it's better you just wait, Sometimes you're in the better headspace to watch something, or you're like, oh yeah, I needed to watch this at this time. If I watched it sooner, I may have shit may have gone completely over my head, right? But yeah, the slap that changed the course of the next generation. There's a popular Asian YouTuber who makes the Asian voice. My nieces and nephews started
You
acting like
slapped
that as
him,
a joke. Oh, Lee.
and
I
you
slapped the
slapped him.
fire out of them. I told them they should never do that. Like, it's crazy.
And my parents use inappropriate movies and TV shows as a teaching moment. You should do that at school. Use horror movies, like rated R movies, as a teaching moment.
Yeah, but then the parent is gonna be like, "Why are you showing this to my kid?" And you know what I mean? Those types of parents.
They should have like in school. They should have like a video game class. You pass, you pass, you pass the test if you could beat this level in like Mario or something. Can
Mm,
you imagine? Or like, or you like if you beat Last of Us, you here's a time, guys. You have to beat Last of Us in a week, or you fail. Or you fail. I can mark all your progress too. um, when I was um, when I was 5, I saw Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, and I was crying. I mean, I was crying at every movie, right? I mean, like once in a while, I'll whisper a little bit, very rarely. Um,
Red,
not,
you're not slapping nobody, bro.
yeah.
We know you too
Once,
bitch made to
okay, I'll
slap
just say
anybody,
that.
bro.
I won't lie. I won't lie. Sometimes when I watch a movie at the theater, I will say "holy" or like yell like a surprising word. You know, I mean, in a movie that's surprising, like a shocking moment, shocking thing, like in a movie. When I saw like, okay, I admit this. When I saw Doctor Doom, I did definitely say "holy."
Mm,
Okay, maybe you, but that's okay, right? If somebody when there's a shocking moment in the movie and somebody does yell out or yell out something, you know, like in a shock, that's a free pass. You can get away with that. Um, um, I'll slap. My brother works for special effects. They see shit on their kitchen table regularly. They know how fake it is.
yeah.
There's shit on their kitchen. when, when I was traveling, I saw porking movie with my parents. That's when I learned about consent.
Damn.
I beat Uncharted
I
2
mean,
in one thing a few years ago. This
mm,
is there's the stupidest rumor about me playing video games. In high school, there was a rumor going around about me that I beat GTA 3 in a day.
damn. In
I
a
don't think,
day.
yeah, in a day. And yeah, I had the game, but I never beat the whole game in a day. It's not true at all.
Yeah, that would take some time. Damn. The Uncharted 2 in one sitting a few years ago. Well, I mean, yeah, you do that all the time. What are you talking about? You beat every game in one sitting. You just sit there and I mean that's you're like, oh, I'm at work, but yeah, you could type all these comments about me.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza is a lot. I haven't beaten it yet, man. I mean, I haven't even beaten the main story yet. I mean, it's crazy. This game with Paulina. Uh, but to get to a Punisher Spider-Man, just like how do you work Punisher? How do you get tone him down? Like, are you gonna be the Deadpool guy? He's gonna be, I'm not gonna see
He's
Spider-Man because Punisher's in it.
probably cutaways, like you won't see the boy or whatever.
Hmm?
Cutaways. Like you won't actually see it, but like they'll cut away from it.
Yeah. Oh, because you remember last year, Deadpool Daddies. Remember
Oh
that? Remember
gosh, those guys.
boycott
Multitasking.
Spider-Man.
No,
If
you're
you
not.
really
There's no such thing as multitasking, Red.
multi-tap. Yeah, like he's like you're always on my streams when you're at work. I mean, most of the time when you're watching my streams, you're at work. Like, what do you do? Are you like security? Are you one of those security guys that sit at a desk and like most of the time you just wait? You know, like you ever go?
No, he's a public bum who begs off the street and borrows the Wi-Fi
He's a
from Starbucks.
he's a professional. Is he a professional beggar?
Yeah, professional e-beggar.
um, hopefully one day we get the true update. The Wolverine Games Test League. Wolverine Games looks. I don't know, man. Like, oh, you literally work at a computer. I understand. And there's Superman Daddies this summer. There'll be Supergirl. Oh, Supergirl Daddies doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? Supergirl Daddies. Like, you know. Oh my God. I think my mind's in the gutter right there. Supergirl Daddies.
Crazy.
I mean, Supergirl Daddies. Professional fast food Wi-Fi user. I need to be the next DSP. What's funny? I'm at work working on I work and working as a security. Exactly. It's okay. Oh, it's too bad you work on Sundays. Good luck in Super Bowl going against Minions. Oh, is it going up against Minions in Toy Story? Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. Good luck going. Well, like Minions. I don't know. I know people love Minions, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't stand the Minions. They're fucking,
No, I'm tired of the minions.
they're annoying. Yeah, how can anybody find that cute? Like that talking. That how can anybody find that interesting? Like, and they love that. How can they find that the way they talk loving? I find it fucking annoying. Honestly, I find it annoying. They ran through tanks full of pink mist filming Supergirl. Punches right through the cuns. Did I say cuns? Did I say it right? I was supposed to say
Cons.
cunt. I was about to say cunts.
Kids. Cons.
So I miss Gavin Geek at the beginning. How did Tony find Fantastic Four? I know he
Yeah,
liked it.
he said it was one of the best Marvel movies, which we all agree. We all
Yeah,
just
he was on Perp stream for the first part and was like gushing about the movie.
yes.
I knew you liked it because I saw on X he mentioned it. I didn't. I think
And I think he was getting annoyed at a certain person who starts with the name C because he kept interrupting.
Shut up. Poor CBH.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Using me of being security when actual security is in the lobby a few floors below me. Yeah, because they're gaining onto you. They realize that you're a fraud in the building. They need to escort you out.
escort you out.
Oof.
Well, what I was going to say, like we've been discussing for 2 days. People are turning off Fantastic Four. Like they're making like manufactured rivalry Superman versus Fantastic Four, and it's dangerous because there's definitely Superman is definitely, the sword winners now. It's definitely generation this not generation, generating this fan base of Superman, like pro Superman everything, like sipping for Superman, right? Simping for it, shilling for it, and they're
Simp for gun.
and they're willing to shit on Fantastic Four because how much they love.
Yeah. Well, some of the excuses on Twitter was that the Snyder tars were hyping up Fantastic Four, and I'm like, since when? Like, I
haven't seen them hype up this movie. They've been more so hyping up Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, why would the Snyder tards all of a sudden start hyping up an MCU movie after years of shitting on the MCU?
No, blinded. They should have hyped up the Smurfs.
Oh, yeah, they should have. That would have been hilarious.
Or that other movie that nobody talks about. I know what you did last summer. I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and then another thing that I saw too, someone say was, yeah, the moment the box office numbers for Fantastic Four came out, they just dropped the whole super fantastic shit. Like they nobody continued on with that trend. They were just like, you just see everybody talking constantly about the MCU is dead. All of a sudden now, the same people after years of telling them, hey, man, the MCU, man, like some of these movies are shit. Now they're all like, oh, MCU is dead because of the box office. But they were eating up the slop that Marvel was putting out just a few years ago. There's still diehards that literally say they'll swear on their deathbeds. The Marvel was great. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the hell up. Like anybody who really says that, you got to look at them funny. Like the Marvels was great. Are you serious? The movie in which they massacre the fucking main character and they make everybody surrounding her look better. I mean, like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, and even the ending of that movie was just like, what the hell, man? Like, I don't know. And Quantumania, another slot Marvel movie. Like, all these people were okay with those movies. They didn't say anything about Marvel. Oh, well, they were the ones defending Ant-Man Quantumania when it did have that massive drop off and the movie didn't even barely could cross 500 million. But Marvel wasn't dead then, right? Marvel wasn't dead when fucking Jonathan Majors was fired because he was in a scandal and he was going to court. No, they didn't say Marvel was dead then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these MCU fans, man? Like, like they finally get a movie everybody's been asking for and they go, Marvel's dead. Oh my God, are you guys kidding me?
Hold on. They get two really good movies this year, great movies. in Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, and they still say Marvel's dead. It's like we haven't seen this level of consistency since pre-Endgame.
Yeah, they only cared about the box office numbers. Like Marvel, like let's say if Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts were like some of the worst movies Marvel put out, but they all made $1 billion each, they would all be hyping it up. I'm telling you, these people they don't give a fuck about Marvel. They don't care. They just want to see Marvel win, and it like validates them. They're like, oh yes, man, Marvel made $1 billion. I feel much better about myself. What?
They're bandwagon jumpers. They jump on the bandwagon.
They do anything.
It's like they want to be like, oh yeah, I'm part of that $1 billion that the Deadpool and Wolverine made.
They're
Yeah,
buying
and they're like sitting down and they're like, even though they were, by the way, the MCU fans they were shitting on Superman, right?
That's
They were
true.
shitting on Superman, and then all of a sudden now they're like, oh yeah, Superman, Superman did better than Fantastic Four. I think I got to jump over there. You're like, you fucking bitches, man. You fucking
Let's
cunts.
jump on the James Gunn DCU bandwagon. Gunn,
Yeah,
wait for us.
like another shill that I just can't stand, Brandon Davis. This
Oh
guy
gosh.
was hyping up all these movies,
um,
and then he had
Hero?
the nerve this week to go. Well, they should
Yeah.
have moved it to November. What? Bitch,
That was not.
didn't you
That
say
was
you
not.
liked the movie? Didn't you say you were all of a sudden you never talk about the box office, and all of a sudden they should have moved it to November. Huh?
See,
Uh.
the box office, like, I understand why people enjoy talking about it, but to me, it's so infuriating because all of a sudden, good box office means good movie. That's not always the case. There's been plenty of good movies that have been box office bombs. Scott Pilgrim versus the World was a great movie and was a box office bomb.
I usually with movies, I usually with movies I just treat each movie individually.
But here's another example I'm going to make. Batman Returns. That's actually a really good movie, Batman Returns. But because it didn't do so well at the box office, that's why they dumped Tim Burton and brought Joel Schumacher in, which ultimately caused that big revamp that made Batman movies worse for a few years.
Yeah, I hate Batman Forever. Fuck Batman.
Like
Forever.
this is why like I the box office infuriates me because Batman Returns was actually a really good movie, well directed movie, and Tim Burton had a pretty good hold on that franchise. He wasn't perfect, but they dumped him for this kiddie tone movie because they wanted to make more money.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's infuriating to me because to me I think quality should matter more so.
And Dark Knight and Batman Begins has proven, and even Dark Knight Rises has proven that's not the case, right? It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, because here's the thing: Batman Begins only made not even $400 million worldwide. It's still considered one of the best comic book movies to this day. It's still considered the best comic book origin movie to this day. The first Iron Man only made over 500 million worldwide. Many people still consider that the best MCU movie.
Here's the thing about Batman Begins.
Movie.
Batman Begins, what, I don't know, made close to 400 million, but it was well liked. That definitely helped Dark Knight Rises, despite Dark Knight Rises being a really, really good film. But when you get a movie,
and here's the thing: Dark Knight Rises is the weakest of the trilogy, and it still made more money than the Dark Knight and Batman Begins.
Here's the thing with comic book movies: like Fantastic Four, it may not reach 500, 600 million, but reception-wise, overall, people liked it. Right? There's no doubt about it. People liked it. That may help the sequel.
Well, I hope that helps other Marvel movies, right? Like, I hope it's like, hey, like the movie is good, right? And it shouldn't be like, this is the thing, right? Hollywood always learns the wrong lessons, right? Like when good movies do bad, and I think this is where, I'll say this, right? Like where it's like I can understand, yes, the box office is important, but it should not be the only conversation, and you shouldn't cherry pick comparing dates to dates. Like that is like totally unfair. Like that doesn't even make any sense, right? But it's like, yeah, like they tend to only listen when money is made, right? But it's like majority of the movies that make money are not good movies. Like we all know this, right? So it's like, they should still put in effort. You know what I mean? It's like it's a creative business. Like it shouldn't just be, oh yeah, we're gonna tick off all the boxes and shit. And that's like my problem with Grace Randolph. It's like she genuinely can't have a conversation about movies like in general. And that's why she always goes back to the box office because it's like, yeah, she doesn't even really care about these movies in any sort of artistic way, right? It's just
No.
sort of like, yeah, a means to an end, right? Like and the thing is, it's like, yeah, she doesn't even like the Fantastic Four, and this is what I think. I think a lot of people just don't like Fantastic Four. I guess we were all wrong in saying that, right? Like a couple of months ago, and we were all like, no, this movie's gonna make money and stuff. But then the takes that you see online, you're like, wait a minute, like you guys know nothing about this property. You guys know nothing about this franchise or these characters or the adventures that they've been on and what they
Yeah.
stand for and how they're different compared to other characters. And and so yeah, they don't really care as much. They don't really have a lot of stake in this, right? But and that's why it's like all of a sudden now they're like shifting to
You
Spider-Man and
know
you're
what?
like, what the fuck? Like
You know what?
like Spider-Man's like a year away. Like why are we even talking about that?
You
Like
know what? You know what? I think a possible issue could have lined up here. There should have been a sequel movie. There should have been already a Fantastic Four movie, and this should have been a sequel movie. And then Avengers Doomsday would happen after two Fantastic Four movies.
I don't even really think so. I think if this movie came out in 2022, this movie would have made uh
2022,
maybe
yeah.
even 800 million. Yeah. That's
I
what I
think
think. I think people in general, they were only going to see
I,
these Marvel movies,
I
not
think it would
because
do
they liked
well.
the character, but just because it was Marvel.
I think it would have done well in 2023 also. I know there's two movies that didn't do well in 2023, but I still think Fantastic Four would have done well in 2023. Like, I, but
Yeah.
yeah, 2022 was definitely a big year for Marvel. I mean, Marvel wasn't. I mean, a lot of people were saying Marvel was dead in 2021 and 2022 too. Remember that? But they're all based off the Disney Plus shows. Like, financially, it wasn't dead. Yeah, I thought there'd be like I personally thought there'd be more interest in Fantastic Four than there currently is. I personally
Yeah,
thought,
because people have been asking for it, but it's
yeah,
like, yeah, clearly I have no fucking idea where it's like, okay, well, they gave us, by the way, this is when going to be another, if the people who are saying this is a box office flop, right? You guys do realize you are saying essentially this is a box office flop. The movie was great and it was comic book accurate, but it was a box office flop. You know what they're gonna take from that? Well, we
mhm.
shouldn't do comic book
the
accurate
only
movies.
the only you know they said move to November. The only logical place to move this movie to if they thought this was going to happen like this is actually early next year. Early next year, like March. You know, like they did in the past March. It was like that. Then it will lead into the Avengers Doomsday. You know what? You know what? They could have waited. They could have put this in the May movie, and Avengers Doomsday could stick to the December movie next year. If they thought it would end up like this, you know, if they thought the box office is important to them, because no, right? Like November. I mean, like that's the worst month. I mean, one of the worst months. Stack month. Wicked Part Two, and I think Wicked did what 600 mil, seven
I don't
hundred.
even know where the idea of moving this to November, like people like why? Because of Thanksgiving and his family. It's still it. The thing
Because
is, this is the summer month.
Marvel's released movies in November, but Marvel's also released in July too.
Yeah, it's a summer. I mean, to be honest, I don't think this movie, like this movie, plays better in being a summer movie.
Aaron's Wicked made
Okay.
756 million.
Yeah, the thing.
So yeah, no, like the sequel is gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, the
And you
thing,
know what's another thing
that's what I'm
too that
saying.
doesn't make sense when they say that? They were saying this movie doesn't have repeat value. That's another thing people
I would
were
watch this.
saying.
I would watch this movie again.
But no, but like this is what they're saying, right? And then they're saying, well, it's not a family-oriented movie. Okay, so then why are you saying it should go to November? Like,
Yeah,
like that doesn't even compute. Like they're just saying shit, and it's like people like we just have to grasp that. Yeah, the genre is not doing as well as people think. Like another thing too that I want to like Superman's doing well, and so then people are looking at that as like, oh, why isn't Fantastic Four doing well? But then like next year, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna say, well, Spider-Man did all this money and Supergirl didn't do that great.
that's apple and oranges. You can't compare those two characters, right? Like,
Well,
like
they're gonna think that, well,
I,
because Superman was so successful, Supergirl should now make money as a result.
I mean, it could do decent money, but I'm sorry, even it does like that's a couple of streams ago. You're basically saying my point. People are going to do the same thing with Supergirl and Spider-Man, even though they're a month apart. And I'm like, guys, if you're gonna do, if they watch this, and those kind of people watch my stream, and in this stream, where you just said, if they watch that, I'll be like, guys, think logically here. Supergirl, Spider-Man. Think logically here. Who on the totem pole is a lot more popular character in the history of comics? Who's going to do better in the movie theaters? If Spider-Man is terrible, horrible, doesn't make. If Spider-Man, okay, I'll say this blinded. Hot take here. If Spider-Man makes less of Supergirl, MCU is dead.
You think they would have to have a string of bombs in a row for them?
Yeah, exactly.
I also think if Avengers doesn't do well, and then the next Avengers doesn't do well, I think then at that point, like they're not in, like that's pretty much it, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but I mean that's not great for fucking DC either. I don't know why people think that
If
that all of a sudden means DC is not going to be on top. It's like
the thing is, DC,
no.
honestly, despite the shit that DC has put out, the pre-James Gunn stuff, that was the time for DC to capitalize.
Yeah, that was the time. And if you notice, like bad movies that they put out made more money
Yes.
than the movies that came, like, in the 2020s, right? Like, so
Wonder Woman did like 700 million. Aquaman made $1 billion. Even Justice League, even though that was shit, but they thought Justice League was going to be a $1 billion hit. So that was a fail. Right?
But I mean, again, 2017, 2018 is a different era of comic book movies. Most comic book movies were guaranteed to hit. It was just a matter of could they make $1 billion or not.
Even the bad ones we're going to do, even the bad comic book movies we're going to do well.
I mean, Captain Marvel still made $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah. Like
despite all the anti-woke chuds trying to destroy that movie.
Which movie? Like Ant-Man how much did Ant-Man make the first one? What was the lowest?
a little bit over 500.
What was the lowest box office MCU movie?
I think like what pre-Endgame.
Yeah, the Infinity War.
I think it was Incredible Hulk.
It's either Incredible Hulk or the first Ant-Man.
Okay. And first Ant-Man did like 500 million, right?
Yeah, a little bit above that.
And to me, for a niche character like Ant-Man, who's like basically a niche character, that's good for Ant-Man. That's me.
Most of the Marvel movies they weren't all $1 billion hits. Like there's no, you know what I mean? It wasn't like the only year where Marvel had a $1 billion hit after a $1 billion hit was in 2019.
Was it 2018 also?
No, 2019, because Ant-Man didn't gross $1 billion. Like if we're talking about all the movies in a year that made $1 billion, it was 2019.
Didn't that make like over 500 million Ant-Man 2?
Ant-Man 2 made a little bit over 600.
Man, I thought Infinity War actually helped that a lot more than 600 million.
Nah, I mean, the Ant-Man movies. Those movies. It's funny how people hyped up those movies because, in my opinion, they were not good. Like they're in reality,
they were the weak link of the MCU.
The second one and the third one. I think the first one was okay.
Like if Marvel can make 3 fucking Ant-Man movies, but they can't make a second Fantastic Four movie, like that's fucking embarrassing in my opinion. This is just straight up embarrassing.
The first one to me was okay, but the second, the third one,
the second one was awful. It was just awful.
I mean, I don't know. Captain America: The First Avenger didn't do that great at the box office. It made like 370 million.
Oh, really? It did 300.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it came out the week right after the last Harry Potter movie, which was making tons of money.
So, you're going against Deathly Hallows?
Yeah.
Could you Google it and see? Like,
so
what is the
Thor,
lowest? This Infinity Saga.
The first Thor only made 450 million, like 449 million.
Right.
So, I mean, First Avenger, I think is a great movie, but yeah, it came out at the wrong time. I feel like. Also, that was the summer of Transformers: Dark of the Moon as well. So, I still question how that movie made $1 billion worldwide, although I don't think it's that bad compared to the other Transformer movies. But
No, Transformers got worse after the first three.
yeah, no, I think after Dark of the Moon, Michael Bay just stopped caring.
Yeah, I agree. You're going to lunch break? Dorks later tonight. If I do a stream again tonight, if I do it, I might do a detractor stream.
Let's see. The first Thor made 450 million, so that's less than First Avenger. Man, a lot of like post Endgame movies did not do so well at the box office.
No.
The problem
I think it's Incredible Hulk followed by First Avenger that were the lowest grossing pre-Endgame. So Incredible Hulk only made 264 million.
At the time, was it Incredible Hulk when Incredible Hulk came out, there wasn't the idea that the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was being made, right?
They did have that idea. They did have that idea.
Well, you gotta remember, Robert Downey Jr. appeared at the end of the Incredible Hulk.
The only problem is I think, he did, but but Iron Man wasn't Disney. The first one wasn't Disney, right?
No. Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America: The First Avenger were Paramount.
Okay.
The Avengers was technically the first Disney distributed movie, even though it still has the Paramount logo.
Well, technically, they didn't have the game.
Technically, what?
The same kind of deal. You know how with Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. You know how Universal has Hulk, and they still do. Apparently, they still do. They didn't have that kind of deal with them, so they could have made the movies without Paramount, right? Because Paramount didn't have the license.
Yeah. Well, Paramount was the distributor of Iron Man, but I think Marvel Studio owned the rights to Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah,
because originally I think it was Lionsgate who had Iron Man, and then they didn't end up making a movie, right?
That was different. Okay. Apparently, Universal still has the rights to the Hawk stuff, movie rights. And honestly, I don't know if we're ever going to get an individual Hawk movie. I feel like he's only going to be in T-Bot movies, or like they have the Hawk, but like Disney Plus is able to get away with using other Hawks in Disney. Marvel is able to get away with using other Hawks.
Good Lord, Sony's going to be using Hulk for Brand New Day before Universal ever does again.
Yeah.
Yo, Sony must be in their glory. They get to use the Hulk in a Spider-Man movie.
So that means Sony, Universal, and Marvel Studios have to all collaborate on this, right? For using Hulk, right?
I would assume so. I don't know.
That's so weird.
No Banner, only Hulk.
Yeah. You're gonna bring back. I mean, the leader. They used the Hawk villain for Captain America.
Yeah, I mean, Thaddeus Ross was in Civil War and Brave New World.
He was.
Oh, Thunderbolt Ross, not Thaddeus. Thaddeus is the other one.
No, I think Thunderbolt Ross and Thaddeus are the same person, aren't they?
Oh, really? Oh my goodness, I get confused all the time by these.
Aren't they?
Is his nickname?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
It's just three different actors.
I confused myself.
It's just three different actors. Is Incredible Hulk technically a sequel to the Eric Bana movie or no? No, right?
No, I think
technically it's supposed to be yes, but it's like a soft reboot.
I think people thought it was when it first came out. Maybe that's why it also did poorly. No one knew what kind of Hulk movie it was supposed to be.
It technically is like some of the events do still happen. I mean, I don't think the stuff with his dad is like canon or whatever because he turns into the Absorbing Man and shit. But I think generally speaking, it's supposed to be because that's. I mean, It's the basic kind of Hulk origin story, right? Maybe removing all the stuff with his dad. But yeah.
I don't know. People have these theories out there that apparently Bruce Banner is going to be teaching at Peter Parker's college not I almost called it Brave New World, Brand New Day,
Right.
which will explain why he's in New York City. I guess when the shit's going to go down.
Probably.
Yo, watch someone going to be like in class, raise their hand, and he'd be like, "No one asked me about Red Hulk."
Oh yeah, they're gonna make that joke.
Yeah, no, they're going to make that joke. Be like, and no one asked me about Abomination in Harlem, which was 20-something years ago.
And nobody asked me why I did not fight Thanos.
Or like don't ask me about Avengers Tower being bought.
Don't ask me about space when I fought Thor.
Or about Natasha Romanoff.
Oh yeah, that relationship that went nowhere.
or about my cousin.
The one thing about the constant trope about the constant gag about Marvel, the MCU is Romanoff. Who's you gonna be a romance with, right? They tried so many times where like she's trying to build a relationship with the Captain America or the Hawk or like even Hawkeye to a point, even though Hawkeye was married, like it's like, yeah, this is not working, right? This is not working, you know? It was just hilarious, right? They just abandoned that after Age of Ultron. Like never just. It's like it's like they for retconned it, even though they really didn't. But they kind of like retconned that relation, that building romantic relationship. It's funny. I remember that. It was so awkward too. Like Ultron was a really weird movie.
Yo, Josh Whedon. I don't know what Josh Whedon did with that movie, but
you guys weren't on my stream yesterday, but I don't know if you listened. But you hear John Campia's worst like Batman, Henry Cavill takes.
Yeah, that is cringe.
See, like this is why it's so frustrating to watch some of these movie top pundits, because they say some of the dumbest shit, and Campia is one of them. Campia and Grace Randolph, to me, it's like a competition to see who can say the dumbest thing and still get thousands of views, super chats.
Grace says dumber stuff than Campia.
Oh, listen, I've always said Grace Randolph is dumb as rocks. Listen, Grace is the first woman I've ever really talked trash about. Like, she is just.
Well,
I've always been said to respect women. I can't respect Grace Randolph.
No, I could respect her more than Jezebel, right? Blinded.
Yeah, Jezebel is just some of the worst takes ever.
No, her takes
straight up awful. Yeah, she's just super disingenuous as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other women on YouTube I don't respect as well because they're dumb, but like Melanie Mack, I have no respect for that woman.
Melanie Mack is crazy. She's legit.
Good Lord, she took Glee. She took delight a couple of years ago when lightning struck down a church.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because the church was welcoming to LGBT people. I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's some really batshit crazy people.
Oh no, but Melanie Mack is tamed compared to Rendy.
I don't think I've watched those streams with that woman. Like.
No, she's nothing compared to Wendy. My blinded Wendy is.
Yeah, Wendy's unhinged racist.
Yo, hold on. Is that the woman that someone found like drool on by her shirt?
No. This is the dude. This is a dude.
This is a guy. We call him Wendy.
We just call him Wendy's because he looks like because he's got red hair and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, this you might have seen on some of my streams I did before, but like his name was Ranting for Vengeance.
Oh wait, is that the Irish kid that was ranting?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that kid.
His Fantastic Four, George, the Fantastic Four review, racism everywhere, bigotry, the whole review.
Yeah.
The Irish can't handle the Fantastic Four. Hey, I'm part Irish, so I can make that joke.
I think blind is half. Like,
Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not. He's just a trigger little bitch.
Yo, but isn't he like 15 years old?
yes, he's a
Yeah.
kid. I still kick his ass.
Yeah, he's a kid, but he's
Yo.
like annoying.
Good lord, if he was of age, he'd be voting for MAGA.
He would.
Like seriously, I'm sorry.
No,
This is what I mean about kids and teenagers. When they try to become these edge lords on the internet, I can't take them seriously. I think I've told you so many times about the kid from Religious Education who said "get woke or go broke" and hated Disney Star Wars.
I forgot which YouTube channel this is, but this YouTube channel does like sometimes content on this kid. Right, and he did a live stream, and apparently somebody that knew the kid from Ireland, right, knew the kid that went to school with the kid. Apparently, the kid got into trouble at the school and got kicked out, like expelled. And he said, I think the guy who was named Seamus, not the kid, not Ranting Avengers, but the kid who said this is named Seamus, which is a very Irish, it's an Irish name, right? He said, yeah, nobody in school liked him. I wonder why.
But I mean, I know I always notice a recurring theme with these anti-SJW, these grifters. They always like they seem like failures in life. Like wasn't like Josiah Rises like a failed director, like trying to direct and he never got picked?
Josiah Rises. I forget about that guy.
Like that was something that I heard back years ago. This is an old name back in the early days of Geeks and Gamers. Jesse Milestone.
Yeah.
Like apparently they were like a failed comedian.
Didn't they turn against her?
Probably. Who the hell knows? Like I feel like a lot of these people they're just failures in society and they're relying on YouTube to become relevant.
Well, his father is an MMA channel who is just like his son. So it's
Is Mike Zero even still relevant at this point? Like
No.
I swear he looks.
thinker.
I still think Mike Zero looks like he would be a villain in a Mallrats movie.
Yes, he would. He would.
He looks like he would be the villain in a sequel to Mallrats, like the anti Jason Lee, like Brody.
He'd be like, "Oh my god, what's Zero?"
Like Brody's like anti evil self.
He'd be like, "What's Zero doing here? Get him out of here!"
Oh my, Brody Bruce dealing with like anti SJWs who hate on Marvel because, because he returned in Jade Silent Bob reboot and he basically says he sims for the MCU.
You know, it'd be funny if Jason Lee's character went up there and be like, "So, how come Kathleen Kennedy hasn't been fired yet, or Brie Larson's been hired yet?"
No, that'd be Randall from Clerks.
Randall.
No, remember Randall, like he says, there's only one return, and it ain't the king, it's of the Jedi.
Well, yeah.
No, he would probably be the one that would be like, so when Kathleen Kennedy gonna get fired?
yeah.
Like that'd be him.
Yeah, that would be him.
And he'd probably be like, I was right. Those freaking Hobbit movies were boring as hell. Like referring to the Hobbit trilogy.
Oh.
No, because he used to like crap on Lord of the Rings in Clerks 2. And we know the Lord of the Rings is cinema, but the Hobbit movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I like the first two Hobbit movies, but the third one, good lord, that was a mess.
It was a mess. It's a little bit of a stinker, huh? Man.
I'm pretty sure whoever's behind Doomcock's mask was a failure at something.
I call Mac combined Doomcock and Max. Max Cock.
Max Cock, Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Yo, I think I told you in like Perp stream there's like this new troll that like he says he's a fanboy of Doomcock, but he sims for Skywalker and Necron.
Yeah, you were telling us about that, yeah.
It can make sense. I mean,
and then he was simping for Sean last night.
Simping for streams. Apparently,
Because
there's a,
Sean dislikes Superman. Stupid.
do you know what apparently the reason why Sean is doing this? Degrassi showed me why.
Because Warner Brothers was like what supporting his production company, and they backed out, and now he's like salty.
No. That's what I thought, but it's kind of personal. I don't know if I saw it on air, but
Nah,
Tell me
I-
behind the
ask
scenes.
Degrassi.
Yeah, you can
ask
tell us behind the
Degrassi.
scenes.
DM Degrassi because he might tell you. Degrassi showed me why, really, but it's it's gonna get to you a bit, but like there's
Put it in the private chat right now. I want to know.
okay private chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm typing it right now. All right, there we go. Apparently, that's the reason. Apparently, that's the reason. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Oof.
I mean, look, I don't want to say anything, but it makes you think. Like, why you have to hate on something that
Yeah, that does make you think, but I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
no, not at all. But man, I'm gonna go off air now. I'm gonna end it because I gotta make dinner soon. Actually,
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
get back to homework.
all right. Can I stay on the backstage, guys? I might do a stream again tonight. I don't know, maybe. But be right back later tonight. Maybe I'm gonna do something tomorrow. Surprisingly on a Monday. I don't know if it's gonna be a night or in the afternoon. But be right. Yeah, later, guys.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm gonna continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I want.